All right, time for lesson 4, and this is going to be a short lesson, and you're probably going to be mad at me for making you do all of that work by hand when it's so easy for the calculator to do it for you. So I'm going to show you how to do it in the calculator. I'm not going to go with the how and the why of this. I'm just going to show you how to do it. So there is a function in your calculator called RREF. It stands for Reduced Row Echelon Form. And I didn't even learn about this in high school. I learned about it in college. And we actually learned how to do the RREF by hand, which for me, I actually thought was kind of fun. It's kind of like a puzzle that you're just trying to figure out. If we were in person and we had some extra time, I probably would teach it to you. But lucky for you, COVID happened, and I'm just going to show you how to do it in the calculator. So the first thing that's important is if you're going to do RREF, it has to be in the same format like you would do elimination. You don't want anything being y equals or x equals. You have to have your x's lined up first, then your y's, then equal to, and then the number. And make sure they're in that order. That's important, otherwise your answer might come out backwards. And so what we're going to do is we're going to turn this into a matrix. And so it's going to be a 2 by 3 matrix. We're going to pull out all of these numbers and just put them in a matrix. So we have the matrix -7, -3, -21, -5, -2, and -16. And in your calculator, there is an RREF button, which has to be put first. So here's how you get to that button. So in your calculator, so if you have the calculator on your Chromebook, which you need to have, you need to pull that up. If you don't know how to do that by now, you need to be emailing me. But pull that up right now, so you will just hear the video in the background. All right, we're going to go to the matrix menu, not the alpha zoom. We're going to hit second, and then 3 buttons down, there's an X with a -1 exponent. You're going to hit that. And if you look right above that button, it does say matrix in blue. And then we're going to scroll over to math. I'm not exactly sure what all buttons are on the calculator, but for my personal calculator, RREF is like way at the bottom, so it's faster for me to scroll up. But you're looking for RREF, and mine is right beside of the B. So it goes through all the numbers and then B. And I'm going to hit enter. And so that RREF, make sure you do the one with 2 R's. It pops up RREF and then a parentheses. Then you're going to type in the matrix. Now is when you hit alpha zoom, and it's going to be a 2 by 3 matrix. And you're going to type in those numbers. -7, -3, -21, -5, -2, -16, and hit enter. And it gives you this. Those first 2 columns they're the identity matrix. The last 2 numbers, this is your answer. This is your solution. Our solution is 6, -7. Super easy, right? As long as you know how to do it in the calculator, you're good. If I went too fast, scroll back and re-listen to the calculator part and make sure you know how to do it. All right, number 2. Sorry. Number 2. Make sure your X's and Y's, everything's lined up correctly. -4, 4, 12. -9, 3, -12. So when you type that in your calculator, I'm not going to just sit here in silence and let you do that. So pause the video and type it in. I do want you doing that so you have the practice and you know how to do it. You should get 1,04017, which means that our solution is 4, 7. Number 3, everything is lined up correctly. So RREF, -7, 8, -13, 4, 9, 21. That gives us the matrix 1, 0, 3, 0, 1, 1. Which leaves us with 3, 1. Number 4, I'm not even going to write it out. I'm hoping that you're catching on by now. I do want you to try number 4 in your calculator. Make sure you get the correct solution, which is 0, -4. Now, if we look at number 5, it's not lined up correctly. So we have to move the terms around to get it lined up. So, for example, this -8x has to come to the other side. And if I bring it all the way to the other side, it becomes a positive 8x. So 8x plus 7y, and that 23 needs to come over, and it becomes a positive 23. On the other one, both the x and the y need to come over. So they're both going to change signs to 5x plus 4y equals 11. And then you can do RREF. Make sure you have the x first, then the y, then the number. And when you do RREF, your solution is -5, 9. Number 6, technically the x and the y are on one side, the -8's on the other, but we do need to write the x and the y first. And then on the other one, all that we have to do is move the 6 over. Now, on the first one, you may have said, okay, this becomes a negative, this becomes a positive, this becomes a positive. That would have worked too. You would have gotten the same answer. And the solution is 0, 2. I told you this one would be quick, easy. You'd probably be mad about the whole rest of the unit, but I'm glad that you know how to do it by hand and now with the calculator. Again, this actually works with, you could even have 3 variables, as long as you have the same number of rows. If I have an X, a Y, and a Z, then I have to have 3 rows in order to do that. And my matrix would be a 3 by 4. But most of the ones you'll see will just be X and Y. No big deal. If you have any questions, let me know.